Welcome back to another episode. Today's topic is guarantee. So, if you ever heard of guarantee before, you probably heard it in regards to contracts. So, what a guarantee essentially is, it's a promise, right? And when you actually have a contract, there is a promise between both parties or whatever parties that are involved within the contract that specific performance will be carried out, specific performance will happen. And the consequence for not keeping a promise or not keeping the guarantee are based on the terms of the contract. So, whatever the consequences are, whether it's monetary damages, whether there's, let's say, an asset that's at stake that gets passed along, those are the consequences of not carrying out on that guarantee or that promise. Now, I can remember just the other day, my son Ethan had certain things that he actually had to do as far as his regular weekly tasks, and he did not perform on those. And as a result, he had a punishment. All right, so that in and of itself could be considered a guarantee. Ethan gave me his word that he was going to do something. He didn't do it. So in not fulfilling that guarantee, there were consequences. Now, this is the thing that really got me. His punishment was that he was not allowed to have any ice cream or any sweets for the entire week. And the reason for that was his birthday was this past Sunday. And on his birthday, he wanted to have soda with a friend of his. And so, needless to say, I usually don't get soda, but I got soda, and I looked, and it was nearly gone. It was a 2-liter, right? So between him and his friend, they almost finished a 2-liter. And I was not expecting them to do that. So I said, hey, hold up. You had way too much. There has to be a limit here. So the punishment was no ice cream, no sweets, no soda for a week. And I can remember just yesterday, we have Throwback Thursdays. Every Thursday, we do something that we haven't done in a while. And so we got a pizza, and I put milkshakes together. And I was making a milkshake for presumably myself and Ethan. And he said, hey, Dad, I can't have that tonight, remember? No sweets, no ice cream. So I was just like, man, I had to give myself a pat on the back because I'm just like, my son's actually listening. He's learning. And as a parent, anytime your kids do something that you don't expect and they're sort of carrying through with things and he's actually keeping his word with no sweets, that was his punishment for the week. He had to remind me because I forgot. Right. So if anything, I can also look at that as a guarantee. When someone keeps their word, that's also keeping a promise, that's keeping a guarantee. So the great things about guarantees are that when folks are reliable or when the system is reliable, it's something that you don't even have to second guess. And to have that confidence build up with just having those conversations with my son has been just awesome, right? Because I know that there's progress being made. Because I always called him 85% because he would get it all the way up there at about 85% and then he would stop. But for the fact that he carried on throughout, and he said, hey, you know what? I don't get any sweets, for the entire week. I'm going to commit to that. And he did that himself, even when tempted with some delicious milkshakes that I made the other day. That's great. That's awesome. So hopefully you have guarantees that you're making folks accountable for within your life. And remember, those are promises. And the promises that someone's actually going to carry out or do something they actually say they're going to do are so incredibly important, and you need to hold folks accountable for those things. So, guarantees. Hopefully you make folks accountable. Hopefully you make yourself accountable, and look forward to catching you on the next episode. Bye.